Virgo, welcome to Magic 7 Tarot. My name is Finn, and I'm here to do your May into June monthly reading. I hope everything's going well with you, Virgo. I'm going to shuffle the cards. If you want to take a moment here and let's do a couple of deep breaths together. Oh, sometimes it's nice just to chill out, isn't it, Virgo? Okay. So, if you want to just focus and concentrate on the month ahead, and I'll shuffle and deal the cards. Eternal Spirit, please provide us with an overview of the energies, opportunities, and pitfalls for Virgo for the month ahead, month of May. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I desire to know the truth for Virgo. I shuffle and cut the cards into 3 piles. I do that 3 times. Eternal Spirit, what is the outlook for the next month or so for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Desire to know the truth for Virgo. And one last time, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the next month. What is the forecast for Virgo? I desire to know the truth. Okay, one last cut. And we're ready to roll. So I'm going to deal out a Magic 7 Tarot spread, which is 7 cards, past, present, future, immediate future. 4th card is what you need to control. 5th card is the environment. The 6th card is what opposes you. And the 7th card is the outcome of this reading. Okay, Virgo. Thanks for joining me today. Let's see what we've got. So in the past, we have the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is struggle, effort. Okay, so whatever you've been working on, it's been hard work. And this is the Virgo decadent of Taurus. And so it could be business related. There's effort involved. Okay, I'll know more as the other cards come out what context this represents. But either way, in the past, it's been a struggle to keep going, a struggle with communication, a struggle with business, a struggle. But let me look at the card. But, that doesn't mean it's, things can be hard, but also satisfying. Things can be hard and it can be successful. Doesn't mean, life is a struggle, right? There's struggles, right? Let's look at past, present, future, and then I'll have a better sense of the context. In the present, we have Arcanum 17, and it's reversed. I use the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot, and a reverse card does not mean negative or bad. It just means harder to come to expression. So this struggle it's dimmed your light. you don't lose hope, okay? This is about having faith and hope, and it's a very positive influence into the future. But sometimes when we've been struggling, it feels like we're beat up. And I mean, that's what this kind of indicates to me, is that you're having a hard time keeping your vision alive and keeping the faith that you're going to achieve your vision. But I want you to, because this means that you need to. Let's look at the immediate future. Okay. So we have a court card. This is the Queen of Coins. And so this is either a part of yourself or it's a person in the environment. At this moment, I'm going to call it a part of yourself. It's the Libra card. So oftentimes, that's the adjacent sign to yours. Oftentimes people who how can I say this? You're a Virgo, you probably have some planets in Leo or Libra, the adjacent signs, either Venus or Mercury, Mars. The faster moving planets will probably be in one of the signs adjacent. So you might, in fact, if you don't know your birth chart, you should have a look at it and find out where Libra is and if you have any planets in Libra. I put a link in my description to Astrodynus, astro.com, or you can get a free birth chart, very accurate birth chart, doesn't cost anything. I don't get anything from that other than making you happy, which is part of what I do here. So go ahead and look at that. But this is about balance, okay? The Libra is about balance. The Libra could also be, an expression that, is kind of demanding. And this is much lighter, right? This is expressive and so forth. So um, it's so there's a couple of ways to read this. There's a struggle, and you keep the faith, and you come out, balancing struggle and faith. Okay, that's the in my sense the preferred outcome here, because struggles aren't going away. Okay, no matter if you finish this struggle, there'll be another struggle. Don't worry. And you always have to have your vision or where you're headed in your mind if you want to get there. You don't jump in the car and just start driving and go, oh, where should I go today? You think, I'm going to go there. Then you get in the car. And it's the same with life. This is telling you to have a vision and know where you're going so you get there. Okay. And to have faith that all of your efforts along the way are getting you towards that. So if you had struggles and you're able to keep the faith, this now becomes, I'm a person who balances those extremes between doubt and faith. A less positive way to read this would be, I've had struggles and they're soul crushing, and I feel just like decimated now. And so, I'm demanding that the universe come through for me. And so that's not as positive, right? So focus on this, focus on the present. What do you hope to have happen? What are you wishing for? What do you intend? And then have faith in that vision. Okay. And this will work itself out. Let me just see if other cards point to whether this is, now this might just be another person as well. If it could be, a spouse, a girlfriend. Usually this would be a woman, but the energy could be contrasexual. It could be any, if it's inside you, it could be anything. In other words, you could be a man or a woman and have this energy in you. If it's outside of you, what this represents is a woman. So it could be someone who, has very good taste, but also can be demanding in terms of achieving that taste, or not demanding, very fluid and genteel. Okay, someone who's very kind and also likes beauty and harmony. So out of that struggle, leads to a vision of faith and hope, and then some kind of harmonious state of being, let's call it. Okay, let me keep going here. What do you need to control? Your self-esteem, thoughts about value, worth, self-worth. Okay, that's front and center. And this is the Libra decadent of Libra. Okay, so definitely thoughts of value, values, value, how you value yourself, especially, or just what you value in life, understanding what you value. What is the environment here? Okay, so the Eight of Cups. So this is a lot of affection and emotion. Okay, and so this is like, the environment is giving you lots of reasons to have changeable emotional states, uh, and that's not where you're at right now. I have to say that, like, it's like the environment is causing say there's a lot of drama around you, and it really doesn't have anything to do with you, and yet there it is. It's all happening around you. You're not connected to it. You don't want anything to do with it. You didn't cause it, and yet it's all around you. Sometimes, we have people in a big family would say, oh yeah, that's my family. So if you're in a big family, right, you might have this kind of, you might be working really hard. Let's say you're finishing college or something, and then, you've applied for your job, dream job, and you're going to get it. Okay, because you have a very high sense of your own self-worth. Meanwhile, There's 100 things going on in the environment, emotional things that have nothing to do with you, and no one's looking at you going, way to go, wow, look at the success you caused. You're a very competent person, Virgo. And and I'm not saying that you don't like emotion. You like emotion. Like, you can handle it, right? But it's got to flow for you. Okay? And this is too much drama. Okay. What opposes you? Okay. Arcanum 4. Hmm. So, okay. So this is like a realization. Okay. Sometimes when faced with a bunch of stuff we didn't cause or want, we have this realization that that is not me and I don't want any part of that. And in this case, it really is your environment, right? So how do you deal with stuff that's inherent? Like, you can't divorce your family. I mean, I think people do, right? But that's kind of how it feels to me. It's like there's a situation causes a lot of emotional drama for you, and you realize it's not you, and yet there's that realization is kind of like it bugs you because there's nothing you can do about it. It's a funny placement. Sometimes the cards the cards inevitably have a sense of humor if you can find the moment of humor in them. uh, um, this is about your own success. It's like the environment does not want to see you succeed. It's not like specifically, I mean, it could be specifically, but it seems more general than that. It's more like the environment is churning up all of these things that have to do with itself, the people populating the environment. I'm saying a family, but it could be a workplace. I mean, it's any kind of group of people. The environment is everything, right? So it could be the workplace, it could be a family, it could be political situations, it could be union negotiation. I mean, there could be upsets, right? Worry, just unbridled emotion more than anything. Okay. And, this idea that that's not me, that's a very empowering idea. Like, this is an empowering card. So go with that. Okay. It's okay. It might feel awkward as you disconnect from all the craziness that seems to be around you. But you know your worth, okay? You really do. Just stay the course, Virgo. That's really what this is about. And the outcome? Okay, we have the 10 of coins reversed. So tens have to do with change. So this is like ups and downs, okay? And it usually has to do with money. And so easy come, easy go, or like a series of gains and losses process. Uh, to me, this reading is like the beginning of a process for you. I'm saying this and I'm thinking how egotistical of me. Thoughts are coming into my head. I have no idea if I'm thinking them, but images come to me. So the image of Taurus, and right now the sun is in Taurus, and it's like this kind of process here that's going to carry on through the summer. It seems to me, and you're going to have to negotiate the ups and downs of it. You're coming into being a very strong and resilient person, and the way you're coming into that is having to deal with things that completely have nothing to do with you. Okay, so you have to make sure you don't identify with those things. I don't think with this card you're not identifying with them, but sometimes when things are going up and down, right, our self-esteem takes a hit. So make sure that you keep your head up, Virgo. Okay, it's not you. Okay, and anytime you're tested, just think of it like that. This is a test. Okay, I want to pass the test. Right, you don't want to fail the test. You keep going with it. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of other cards for you, Virgo, and try to get some clarity here. If you find this reading helpful, I appreciate. I'm still a brand new channel in the realm of YouTube. I'm only a few months old, so still taking baby steps towards understanding how I can present this to you in the best possible way. So every person that watches is valuable to me. So thank you. And if it means something to you, I appreciate it if you like or comment or subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, I'm going to do a wild unknown archetype card, Eternal Spirit. What archetype can we give to Virgo this month to help them on their journey? I desire to know the truth for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I tell you, there should be a class in how to shuffle round cards. These cards just, I find them impossible to. I've been shuffling cards for many moons. And the round ones just are challenging. Okay, Eternal Spirit, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What archetype can we give Virgo for their journey ahead? A journey of self-esteem. That's what I would say this is about. Self-esteem and knowing the difference between self and others, even when the things are hard. Especially when things are hard, right? That's when it's really important. Okay. Eternal Spirit, archetype for Virgo. I desire to know the truth. Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know the difference between a sun, something Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, I invite you to look at one of my videos that explains all that and the differences. Okay. The Judge. Right. That's what this reminds me of. Are you sitting in judgment of all of the crazy people around you, Virgo? That sounds like it might be you. The Judge. I love it. Virgo, when I think of you, I think of competence, right? And so if there's this frazzled emotional situation, it's going to test your patience more than anything, it seems to me. Okay? The Judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. This is truth, too. Okay? So, is someone lying to you? You're going to find that out. Okay? A woman, Libra woman, or, so that could be a Libra Sun, Moon, or Rising, right? It's not someone with a sun sign. This is truth. I didn't pick up on that before. I hope that's not the case. Okay? But if there's a question of truth, you're going to, in the next little while, it's going to become clear to you. When the archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and others. Ironically, the Judge's energy can be the seat of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the Judge out of balance. Out of balance. This is balance. So, and this is the Judge, right? This is very interesting. You can have a critique of people, but that doesn't make you, and makes you right for you, but it doesn't make you right, objectively right. This is the Judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When the same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the Judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we're in. Get your Judge in order. The world needs it. This is definitely discernment. Excuse me. This is coming to an understanding of the truth. And this is balance. So either you come to that truth through, figuring it out for yourself, or someone in your environment has not been perfectly frank with you, and you're going to come to a clear understanding of that. And that's painful. Okay? So I hope that that's not the case, but it's better to find out the truth now, and rather than be strung along. Okay, we'll do one more card, Virgo, and then I'll send you on your way this month. Let me know how things are going. This is a Sacred Destiny Oracle card. Inspiration for Virgo. How can we inspire Virgo this month on their journey? Journey of discovering the truth about themselves and others. Journey about discernment. A journey about moving past the struggles, but then having to deal with a lot of emotion in the environment. A desire to know the truth for Virgo. How can we inspire Virgo this month, Spirit? They might need a bit of inspiring. Okay. Inspiration for Virgo. A desire to know the truth. For Virgo. Here we go. Solitude. So Virgo, when all else fails, you find some time to yourself. You draw a circle around yourself, right? And you come to an understanding of what's really going on and what's important to you. And, get out of the fray. In a sense, this is you standing off to the side, quietly judging everyone. Maybe not so quiet, right? Maybe not so quietly. Okay? All right, let's read this quickly, and then I know that there's a lot of energy here. And, okay. Spend some time alone. In your life, this means to take your own counsel. Take your own counsel, right? It's come up already. Rather than relying on the opinions and dictates of others, this massive emotional group. Break away from the crowd. Be on your own. This card also speaks of self-resourcefulness, self-reliance, and tenacious individuality. If you're working on a project, trust your instincts and follow your own lead. Your creativity is at its peak. Let it flow. If you're in a relationship that is disempowering, this card suggests it's time to step away. I mean, this is this thing about discovering the truth about maybe this person. And, this is stepping away. Okay? It's going to be hard. It's going to maybe feel hard. You got to do it. Take time to reassess your life. In solitude, you will thrive. This card also suggests safe haven and a sacred womb for incubation and self-transformation. Virgo, it's not going to work out. It's not going to all be resolved this month, okay? But there's lots of great energy here for you to find the path that leads to your best self, okay? And I know that you don't suffer fools gladly. And if you have to make a change, or if you discover something about someone that is offensive to your sensibility, it's time to move on. Virgo, I love you, and I hope you have a great month. And I'll catch up to you next month, okay? Peace.